guys, Yoongi here, and welcome back to my channel. This is a bit of a random, unexpected upload for my usual viewers. I don't normally upload so quickly after a recent video, but as soon as I listened to this song we'll be discussing in this video, I kind of felt compelled to. I would love to start doing some more reaction and review based content too, especially when it comes to something that we can all discuss together. As you may have guessed from the title, in today's video we're going to be talking about the debut of JYP's new girl group NMIXX. Before we start, I just wanted to put a quick disclaimer out there saying these are just my opinions and reactions from my initial first few viewings of the song and music video and what I think. I'm in no way intending to send any hate to any of the members of the group or any other individual. Please do not think of this as an excuse to trash on them just after they've debuted, because that is not my intention at all. Okay, now all of that is out the way, let's get into it because there's quite a bit to unpack in a short time. NMIXX are a 7-member group who have just debuted under JYP Entertainment with the members Lily, Haewon, Seohyun, Jinny, Bae, Jiwoo, and Kyujin. The MV has just been released for the lead single from their Admire debut single album titled O.O. O.O? See, we're off to a good start. I don't even know how to pronounce the title, but in my opinion, it kind of looks like the text version of like the wide-eyed shocked emoticon, you know, this one, which I think is quite an ironic summary in theory of like the whole experience of this song and music video. I hadn't been keeping up much with the pre-debut content they have been releasing, so I went into this completely blind with no idea what to expect. I hadn't even seen the teasers. After the first listen, I don't think I was much the wiser either. I'm one of those people who likes to read the comments while I'm listening to a song, and the comments were interesting, but there seems to be one main running theme in the mixture of complaints and criticisms, and that was one word: confusion. The music video starts with the girls seemingly on some sort of desert island with a huge ship in the background. The concept and aesthetic are very clear at this point, it seems. It somewhat makes sense. In my opinion, it was a little slow to start and like quite quiet with the instrumental for a good while, but then next thing you hear is a rap and it kind of gets right into it. Then we're suddenly no longer on the island, we're in the city and we're advertising Coca-Cola. To be fair to JYP, at this point I was still kind of following because we had a clear verse and pre-chorus and the girls' vocals sounded really strong. I think in this first verse I was trying to see if I could get a feel for if I've seen this vibe somewhere before. It was kind of giving me Everglow and Luna if you threw them into a blender. And I know that sounds strange, but I do mean it as a compliment. Then we get to the first chorus. I actually pretty much instantly went to Google to search up the lyrics to try and figure out what they were saying because I really did not have a clue. And it turns out they were saying baila, as in the Portuguese word for dance. I was like, okay, maybe this relates to the lyrics in the verse beforehand, but it doesn't. The verses are talking about how they're on their way and watch out for this hot new group, which does make sense for a debut. The chorus, not so much. If you have seen the MV, then you will know that the end of the first chorus is where the confusion grows, because the girls are no longer dancing in the dark room or the island. They have crashed through a door in the city, and now they're in this like dream donut shop surrounded by food and holographic fish and flowers, and they're wearing big poofy dresses, and oh look, there's more Coke. It sounds like I'm making this all up from one big fever dream I had, but I promise this is exactly what happened. The entire style of the song changes here too, and they're suddenly on a cloud and in the sky looking all pretty, surrounded by greenery. And remember that pirate ship from the beginning of the song? If you look closely, that's now behind them in the sky. I don't mean to sound like an English literature student, but I was, so be warned. This low-key made sense to me. The earlier part of the video shows the girls in like the grits and grime, if you will, trying to push their way through the dark and dirt and hardships, preparing to debut. They're working hard and they're running around and they're pushing through every barrier, and then they break down that door and here they are. They have arrived exactly where they wanted to be and they have debuted, and here is everything they had dreamed of, hence the like dreamlike scenery, like, you know, with the fancy donut shop and like the happy dresses. It sounds like I'm thinking way too much into it, but visually at the time in the song this did feel like exactly what was happening. And then the video changes again. This is what happens when I try to apply logic to anything in the music industry. In the next scene, the girls are now in dark streets and there's neon lights and these are like all around them and the donut shop where they started, and they dance us out for the rest of the song. I paused many times to read all the neon signs around them to see if there was any like clues or hints, but they were literally just about donuts and wordplays on the idea of pick and mix, aka NMIXX, you know? There's a scene inside that shop again where it seems like there's diamond brooches or hair clips all over the floor, and oh look, more Coke. Videography aside, because we all know better than to assume that the song directly correlates to its video, I wanted to talk about the style of the song and why I think JYP has chosen to do this. In recent years, every JYP debut song has made sense in my opinion, especially the girl groups. For example, the concept was pretty clear with Twice's like O.O, and the same goes for ITZY with Dalla Dalla. I don't ever see them taking any real risks, you know? We're in the year 2022 now, and the consumers, aka us K-pop fans, we seem to like risks, whether we know that or not. SM Entertainment have been doing the risky music thing for years. One of the first examples I can think of, but please correct me if I'm wrong, was when they released Girls' Generation's I Got a Boy. This song had so many layers and parts and different aspects to it. People often joked about it being like 12 songs in one, maybe even more, but it got people's attention. And this is something that SM have continued to absolutely excel in. More recently, we have seen this happen with various NCT songs such as Sticker and aespa's Next Level. On initial first listen, we're more inclined to immediately think, what on earth is this? And I don't like this at all, but these songs grab our attention, and that's the main purpose. Because these songs are a bit strange to hear the first time, it makes us go back and re-listen. It makes us look for people to discuss them with. Eventually they may grow on us, but this isn't necessarily where the concern is for the company. It's more about if it's getting traction. And those quote-unquote weirder songs, they always do. Now, does anybody see any sorts of similarities between that whole idea and NMIXX's debut? This is exactly one of those kinds of songs where in the beginning we're probably all thinking the same thing. What am I watching? But it makes you want to know more. That initial shock factor intrigues you to re-listen because you want to try and make sense of it, and then look up for what people are saying because you want to hear what people think. I mean, look at us right now. I have watched and listened to this song and MV like at least 5 or 6 times to make this video, and then I'm going to edit it and watch it another 10 or 20 times, and then you're watching this video. Thank you, by the way. Let's wrap this up with my final thoughts on the whole thing. In my opinion, I think this was a very smart move from JYP. I know it pains you to put smart and JYP in the same sentence, but hey, as a business point of view, I've got to. We don't know enough from this single album alone to determine whether or not we're going to like their vibe, because we don't fully know what the vibe even is yet. And I'm more than happy to succumb to these sorts of marketing tactics because I personally kind of like them. I think it's fun and interesting to see the new and innovative techniques companies come up with to try and keep us interested in new groups. When you think every sound and concept has already been sampled, they find a new way, and it's really cool. I truly do wish the girls all the best. From what we've seen so far, there's absolutely no question or concern as to whether or not the talent is there. It's very clear to see that these girls have got it, so I can't wait to see them perform it live. It would really upset me to see them getting a great deal of hate and backlash just because people are confused by their debut, something that they didn't really have any say in, and what should be a really exciting time for them as they kickstart their careers. I think what I really want to say is I will be keeping my eye on them because I'm intrigued to see where JYP goes with this interesting new take on something that he's never seemed to have done before. Okay, and that is it for today's video. Just a quick little one as sort of a break between the longer videos I've been doing recently. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. I really hope you enjoyed this kind of video. Please let me know in the comments, because if so, then I might start doing more of them. I would love to also hear your thoughts on this song in the comments. Please try to remember that this is their debut. I've seen a lot of people saying this is like the worst debut of all time. I wouldn't go that far. I just think it's different, and different is confusing sometimes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell. As always, my social medias will be on screen. If you'd like to be friends, I follow back fellow K-pop fans. And I think that's everything. I've rambled for long enough, so I'll see you next time. Bye guys!